I do not have great stories of courage. We've heard some really tremendous stories tonight. I have little stories of courage, small things that have happened, and I'm also blessed with a ridiculous memory for old stories. So my first story of bravery, there's two of them, happens when I'm 2 years old. And I remember every bit of this. We lived on an apartment building that was shaped like a U. It was a big street here, grass here, buildings along the sides. And we lived right over here on this side. I don't know how we remember that. We stayed there till I was 4, but I remember we had a ground floor apartment. Now, on the other side of this green strip is a busy street, really busy. And on the other side of that busy street, the most beautiful hill I've ever seen in my life. Because I was 3, and that was the hill I was not allowed to go to. It was across a busy street. Well, my parents watched over me, this would have been the early 70s, so they didn't watch over you like they do now. They kind of let you alone. And the door was open. And I'm in my diaper and nothing else. And I swear to you, I'm toe-headed, the whitest thing anybody has ever seen, and I can see the green grass, and I can see the street, and I can see the hill, and I think, now. This is your chance. Okay, I don't know if I said now, this is your chance, but I felt something like that. And I started booking it. I don't know how you run when you're 2, but it's like that. And I remember the feel of the wind and the cold air on my chest. We're in New Jersey. I don't know what time of year it is. It's not snowing. And I'm on my way, and it feels brave, and it feels good. It felt like freedom. I can remember running. I could hear don't worry, don't make it to the street. Don't worry. I can remember knowing my dad was right behind me, right? And I know he's going to catch me. I'm not going to make it. And I think, just run. And I can remember his hands grabbing my back and lifting me off the ground. And I'm still running. And I feel good. I feel brave. And that was just a great feeling. Now, I cannot remember another brave act for 9 more years. So I wasn't a daredevil. I was a clumsy kid. But let's go forward. We've moved from New Jersey to California. And it's the 6th grade. And there is a guy in the 6th grade. His name is J.R. Stromboli. Okay, it's not really Stromboli. It's kind of sounded like that, but I'm still scared of this guy, so I don't want to say his real name. He was 6 foot tall. I'm 6'4". He was 6 foot tall in the 6th grade. And I cannot tell you how many times he beat me up. This was the 70s, 80s. You just got to beat people up back then. Right? Do you remember this time? You just got beat up. And you went home and you said, I got beat up. And your mom cleaned you up and she didn't call the teachers or anything. You just got beat up. And he wasn't the meanest kid. He didn't beat you up like you got hurt, but he gave you the noogies and he put your head in the dirt. And he made you tell how great he was before he let you back up. And he did a lot. And I really didn't like J.R. Stromboli. And he didn't just do it to me. He did it to a lot of kids. And one day my friend Mike Karcher, and was there, and JR had him on the blacktop in a headlock and was probably noogieing and twisting it. And I don't know if any of you know this, but headlocks, the big thing you're trying to do is get under the chin so you can choke the kid. And I could see him working his elbow down there to get in there. And I think, now, this is it. I call back that brave kid at 2 years old, and I muster up his spirit, because his spirit hasn't come back since then, in 9 years. And I stand up, and I yell, now! I don't know exactly what I said, but it was something like, rise! All of you! Mikey Karcher is in trouble! And this has happened to all of us. And we will not take it anymore. I swear I said something like that. And it must have been pretty good because Tatsumi Arakawa comes around the corner. Todd Simmons comes around that way. I see Michael Collins. I see Todd Haskins. I see all these kids, all these victims. Right? I'm 6'4" now. I've been working out. I'm still scared of J.R. Stromboli. But I'm little then, and we're all little. And you know what? We form a circle around J.R. Stromboli. And I don't know exactly what J.R. said as we gathered around him and kind of did this and looked at each other, but it was something like, "Come on!" Because in the 6th grade in the 70s, there's nobody watching you. And you can just beat each other up. And JR's right there, and we're looking, and we all know the first one to move is going to get his butt kicked. So I think to myself, yeah, and I'm going to be honest, I don't remember the 2-year-old this time, but his spirit is in me. And I run straight at J.R. Romanoli, who by now has thrown Mikey Karcher to the ground, and Mikey has crawled over and joined the circle. And I'm running, and I'm going to punch J.R. right in the mouth, because it's 1980, and you can punch people in the mouth in 1980. And I go to punch him, and as I'm punching him, I think, if you punch him, he's going to punch you. So no, I slap him. Right across the face, and just keep running. Right by him, slap. I slapped the mic, but I don't know what happened. The circle parts to let me through. And I hear J.R. Romanoli, like that feeling of my dad, except my dad's going to pick me up and call me a little Dickens or something, and J.R. is going to hurt me. And I'm running, and I see the fence. And if you can get to the fence and you can get out of the fence, you've broken the biggest rule in school, way more important than punching people. And if I can get outside, JR is going to have to go out to get me, and maybe he won't do that. So I get there, and the fences are chained in to keep us inside because they're not watching us, so if they chain the fence, that's pretty good. And I just slip under the chain, kind of gracefully for me, and I'm about to go. And JR is too big, and he can't get under the chain link. Right? He can't force it. And I'm running, and I turn around to look, and I don't know, 300 kids? Just get him from behind. I look back, and like Tatsumi Arakawa is there, he's up on top, and Jason Yoakum has a knee, and Marky Karcher's trying to get him too, and we didn't really hurt him that bad, but some teacher must have seen this. And nobody came. Nobody came. Now I will tell you that it is likely that I got beat up by J.R. Stromboli sometime in the future. But my brain has put that aside, and the story ends there, with us rising up with courage. Thank you.